It takes a dedicated team working as one whole to motivate students to achieve exceptional results. Everyone plays an important role. Here are WFISD teachers, programs, and leaders who made a difference this year. They operated as one community, one WFISD, preparing lifelong learners together. Danielle Michaud started her first year of teaching math with a bang at Alamo Elementary. Danielle led 95% of her students to pass the Math STAR test. She achieved the 95% pass rate despite having more than 90% economically disadvantaged students and 20% in special education. Tracy Bergerman, also teaching math at Alamo Elementary, helped 97% of her 5th grade math students pass the STAR test. Pam Kincaid, a Head Start teacher at Brook Village, started the 2013 school year with only 41% of Pam's students earning the developed rating in reading and math on the CPAL screening. By the end of the year, 100% of those same students ranked developed. Donna Case is a pre-kindergarten teacher at Brook Village. At the beginning of 2013, 36% of Donna's students earned the developed rating in the reading and math on the CPAL screening. By the end of the year, with lots of hard work and patience, those same students increased to 95% ranked developed. Brook Village Kindergarten teaching team of Vicki Fisher and Sandra Atkinson saw some great results this year. Vicki and Sandra transformed a class with 63% of the children considered underdeveloped in reading on the TPRI screening. By year's end, 95% of their students achieved the developed rating. Jamie Mills is a math teacher at Fane Elementary. In only her 2nd year of teaching, all of Jamie's students passed the 5th grade Math STAR test. Fane Elementary reading teacher Christy Bishop scored high academic achievement with 98% of her 5th grade students passing the STAR test. Paula Rhodes is making a difference as a kindergarten teacher at Houston Elementary. At the beginning of the 2013 year, 60% of Paula's students were rated as still developing in all areas tested on the TPRI. At the end of the year, that 60% of strugglers had dropped to 0. Houston Elementary math teacher Tammy Keeler highlighted her students' achievement on the 6th grade Math STAR test. Scores on that test jumped from a 63% pass rate to an 87% pass rate. Raquel Ramirez, a math teacher at Lamar Elementary, saw some big results in her students in 2013. After the first administration of the STAR math test, only 52% of Raquel's students passed, but by the second administration, her students' pass rate jumped to 82%. Gina Ayers, a science teacher at MILAM Elementary, hit the ground running. As a first-year teacher, Gina helped 31% more students pass the 5th grade STAR test than passed the year before. Missy Wallace is a kindergarten teacher at Southern Hills Elementary. When the school year started in 2013, the TPRI identified only 39% of Missy's students as developed in reading skills. By year's end, 95% ranked as developed. All of them earned mastery in listening comprehension and reading, despite the fact that 67% of the students were at risk and a majority were identified as economically disadvantaged. Washington Jackson's 2nd grade team is Janelle Walta, Debbie Owens, and Leigh Medford. This team of teachers increased the percentage of 2nd grade readers considered developed from 70% at the beginning of the year to 96% at the end of the year. Rebecca Ade is a kindergarten teacher at West Foundation Elementary. At the beginning of the year, 60% of Rebecca's students ranked developing in reading as identified through TPRI. She ended the year with all of her students ranked developed. West Foundation's math teacher, Kelly Marion, saw fruits from her efforts when her 5th grade math pass rate on the STAR test rose from 90% in 2013 to 100% in 2014. That included pass rates for economically disadvantaged children that jumped from 82% to 100%, for white children that rose from 89% to 100%, and for African American students that jumped from 60% to 100%. The pass rate for special education students also rose from 80% to 100%. Math teacher at Kirby Junior High School, Nikki Grady, also saw success in 2013. Even though she taught classes whose at-risk population topped 50%, Nikki had 100% of her Algebra 1 students pass their end-of-course test. She achieved this 2 years in a row. Jennifer Briscoe, McNeil math teacher, led her students to the ultimate accomplishment and did it 2 years in a row. In 2014, 100% of Jennifer's students passed the end-of-course Algebra 1 test. Her students also outscored the campus, district, region, and state averages. Jessica Crosby is a cosmetology teacher at Carrigan whose students consistently outperformed the state on certification exams. In 2014, 90% of Jessica's students passed the written portion of the cosmetology operator exam, compared to the state passing rate of 57%. Her students also trounced the state on the practical portion of the state exam with pass rates of 100%. Christy Rader, a Hirschi English teacher, has done an admirable job of helping her students achieve high scores on the end-of-course English test. In 2014, Christy increased the percentage of her students passing the end-of-the-course test by 31%. Also at Hirschi High School, Elizabeth McBroom teaches English with a rigor that has driven her students to success year after year. For the past 2 years, Elizabeth's students have successfully maintained a 96% pass rate on the International Baccalaureate English test. Robert Novak is a writer biology teacher whose grasp of his subject matter spills over to his students. Robert helped 95% of his students pass their STAR end-of-course biology test. David Owens, another writer teacher, brings U.S. history alive to his students. Last year, David's relevant instruction in his classroom translated into a 94% pass rate for his students on the end-of-course U.S. history test. Scott Green, U.S. history teacher, helped 94% of his students pass the STAR end-of-course U.S. history test. Wichita Falls High School biology team made up of Dan Patrick, Anita Lang, and Mindy Davis proved that together we achieve more. This team of teachers had a 97% pass rate on the first administration of the end-of-course biology test. Wichita Falls High School Tim Swagerty, Cole Woodward, and Casey O'Donnell teamed up to teach U.S. history. This team of teachers were so effective in their mission, they had a 90% pass rate on the first administration of the U.S. history end-of-course test. Wichita Falls High School defensive coordinator Joe Cluley received an unusual honor this summer. The Cal Ripken Senior Foundation honored Joe as an uncommon coach because of the moving testimonies about him from 2 of his former players. The nationwide organization picked only 2 such coaches in 2014. Joe and his wife received an all-expense-paid trip to Colorado as part of the win. In the areas of programs and leadership, these achievements were significant. In the first year of the district's Read to Learn program, 350 volunteers helped 196 second graders practice and improve their reading. Volunteers invested 3,880 volunteer hours with second graders on 8 campuses. The result? After 1 year, 90% were reading on grade level. In less than 2 years, the Board of Trustees approved an average 8.5% in employee raises, including a $1,000 one-time stipend awarded in December 2012, a 3.5% average salary increase in 2013-2014, and a 3% average salary increase in 2014-2015 that will be approved August 25th. Since August 2013, the Board of Trustees approved the stipend increases of about 15%, including a 10% average increase for most stipends in 2013-2014, and a 5% average increase for most stipends in 2014-2015 that will be approved August 25th. On August 25th, the Board of Trustees will approve a 25% increase in the master's degree stipend. In the past 2 years, the Board of Trustees increased the district's emergency fund by more than 70%. Its balance now stands at more than $19 million. Many employees made significant contributions that saved money. The better we document our activities, the more money we earn and save. That includes improved documentation in Medicaid reimbursement, also called SHARS, state coding for career and technical education students, coding for special education students, coding for transportation, and increased average daily attendance for students. Congratulations to everyone who took part in these achievements this past year. These are just a few examples of WFISD serving as one community, one WFISD that is preparing lifelong learners together. Have a great 2014-2015 school year.